Nice.
Alright guys, so for today's video, we are going to be talking about the 2022 Halloween event. Now, in this video, this is going to be predictions. So everything that I predict in this video may or may not come true. But that's the whole point of this video. But yeah, anyways, if you do enjoy this video, guys, or if you know, like some of the predictions I make, I guess just leave a like and subscribe. I try my best to make people do it. Please, I'm begging of you. I don't know where to go from that to the actual video. Let's just cut. Alright, so we got the Halloween box. Now, you know, there's always going to be a Halloween box in these Halloween events. Now, it's more so of like kind of predicting what's going to be in the box. Of course, you know, we always have the four commons, 3 uncommons, 2 rares, 1 legendary, of course, the godly. And possibly a chroma godly. We did have one last year, but the year before that in 2020, we did not have a chroma. But 2021, we did. So this year, I don't know. We might, we may not. The thing is, I've noticed though, is whenever Nick has a godly gun in the box for Halloween, it's not there's not a chroma godly version of it. Think about it. You know, in 2020, no, not 2020, it was 2018, we had the chroma bone blade, which I think was the first, yeah, it was the first chroma Halloween knife. And, you know, the year after that, it was an Elderwood revolver, no chroma version of that. Hollow gun, no version of that. And then we got another knife, and there was a chroma version of it, which was the candle flame. I'm thinking if it's gun, no chroma. If it's a knife, then it is going to be chroma. But because of the fact that we've had more knives that can be unboxed in the box, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a gun in the box is what I'm thinking more so. So maybe we won't have a chroma gun, but who knows? Maybe Nick will change it and there will be a chroma. So I'm thinking there's going to be, you know, a godly gun this year. What that will be, who knows? Will there be a chroma? I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking Nick's going to try something new and we'll add a chroma gun is what I'm thinking. Of course, in another obvious prediction with the maps, Manor and Farmhouse will return. It happened with Workshop and it happened with Log Cabin. Alright, and of course we have, you know, the tiers. And the tiers have been around since 2018. However, they've been shrinking. So, you know, in 2018, we started off with 100. Then, in 2019, it was only 40 tiers. So, you know, like 60 less. Then, in 2020, it was only 30. However, our last year's event in 2021, it was also 30. So, it might not shrink this year. I don't think it will. And, you know, the scythe has always been, you know, 80,000 candies, which is, you know, a lot. But I don't think it will shrink any further. In fact, since Nick has been working longer on the event, I think it might even be more than just 30 tiers. It might be 35. They might just, you know, lower the cost of how, like, you know, expensive the ancient, whatever it is. It probably will be a scythe, I think, this year. But maybe it might be another crossbow like the Harvester. So I'm going to guess it's probably going to be only 30 tiers though, but it could grow. But my guess with this one is it's only going to be 30 tiers because I think Nick's found his sweet spot with how many tiers he wants in the event, which is going to be 30. And what the, you know, the ancient weapon will be. I'm thinking because if, you know, that with the gun, you know, me predicting the gun's going to be in the box, I'm thinking it's not going to be like any shooting thing because there's usually only like one gun or whatever, you know, the thing to shoot the murderer with, because now there's a crossbow. So you can't really say always gun. It's going to possibly be a crossbow, but I think it's going to be a scythe again. But actually, since there's been this leak picture with a scythe at the end of, you know, it may be a Harvester. We may even have 2 knives in this event, mainly because, or sorry, not 2 knives, 2 guns, because, well, what's going to be in the box is probably going to be a gun, and maybe what will be at the end of the tiers will be a, you know, like something like Harvester, like a crossbow or something. Mainly because of the fact that if this is actually true, then, you know, which this is also my guess for like the Shop Godly, if this is actually true, you know, with like the whole red Evo thing, if this is true, then therefore making it probably the tiers will probably be a gun and the box will probably be a gun. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be like crossbow again, or maybe it could be something kind of different from that, like maybe a regular bow or something, or maybe it's just a regular gun and in the box will be a knife. But I'm going to guess it's probably going to be a gun. I'm going to guess that. Actually, no, not a gun. Sorry, a crossbow. I'm going to guess it's going to be a crossbow at the end of the list. Let's see how that stands, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go with that guess. That's going to be my prediction with that. And I'm going to guess, you know, for of course, the Shop Godly, you will be, upgrading it and whatnot to a scythe. So that will be its final form. And probably what will be the matching thing to go with it is the crossbow in the tiers. So, but since there is going to be a gun in the box, what is going to be that final knife? We'll get back to that. All right, guys. And of course, now we got the leaderboard. So the leaderboard will most likely be a knife this year, considering the fact that it was a crossbow last year, which is, basically a gun in this game. It has the same functions as it. So it'll probably be a knife this year is my guessing. And, the usual only top 100 will get this knife is my guess. So, and if it's going to be a knife, how would it work if it's, the upgradable knife? Like, how would that work? So again, we'll come back to that with another knife and how that will work. We'll get to that. All right, another thing that I'm hoping for is the fire candy will return. It's more of a hope than I think will happen. I'm more so kind of just thinking like maybe it could happen, maybe it might not. I'm kind of 50-50 with this one, considering the fact that last year it wasn't in the game, but I'm hoping more so it comes back. Do I think it will come back? I don't, as much as I hate to say it, unlikely, but I will be very happy if it does come back. All right, now we're getting into the more harder predictions with, unlikely stuff. So for the first step one, we got a new map. Of course, there's probably going to be a new map. I'm, 90% sure there will be a new map. The question is, what will that new map be? Well, JD made a video not too long ago on a space map. That's a little interesting. It's kind of, I feel like it's hinting at something. I mean, theoretically, well, too, in the last event, we had like an alien guy, the Reaver guy, crash down, and there was like, UFOs, and we had this alien gun. So there was like a bunch of like kind of space alien stuff in the last year's event. And aliens are also kind of a lot of like to do with Halloween as well, like there's a ton of alien costumes that you can wear on Halloween. There's a ton of alien props and what, you get the idea. Aliens can play a huge part in Halloween as well. So what I'm thinking is there could be a spaceship map, and with the recent, with JD made a video on it and then making a new map, it kind of points towards that there will be a space map. You might think I'm crazy, but think about it. The Halloween event is, like the sky's black. So theoretically, it would probably be much easier to put a space map only in like Halloween because, well, it's night already. So that helps a lot if you have it like as a spaceship. So I think that would be pretty cool, I think that would be pretty cool. And also to making a map with like ton of interactive, things like teleporters, the scanners, cloning, maybe some new things like, a lot of stuff from research facility could be implemented in there. And I just think that would be pretty cool if we have a space map. And I think it's more possible than some other maps, like the possibility of a haunted house, because I find with like the MM2 team when they make maps is I find they more so like choose the most like un-Halloweenish maps. Like they've had, well, not a most un-Halloweenish, but they choose like the more kind of uncommon ones where, like the, when you think of a Halloween map, you would think, oh yeah, haunted house, graveyard. Not the case in Murder Mystery 2. I mean, Manor kind of is like a Halloween map, and Farmhouse kind of has like a, worn down house that's kind of like a haunted house, but it's not called haunted house, so I won't say that. But I'm just thinking they will choose a space map mainly because it just seems like a very interesting idea, and I definitely think they could totally do that for this year. So it would be very interesting to see. All right, and also another prediction, the portal. I don't think there will be another portal. I'm just more so like, if there is, this is kind of more of like a prediction of what the portal could be more so. I do think it's possible. I do think maybe with Nick working more on the event earlier than usual, I think there is the possibility of the portal, another portal, or maybe the same portal returning or something, but maybe it leading somewhere else. And where that other place could be is maybe with the idea of the space map leading there, and maybe it's a mission where you're flying in a spaceship doing jobs for the Reaver to earn, again, back to that godly that we were talking about, daily challenges. It could also implement into that. And with it implementing into that, it could be like, there will also probably be other skins that we can also get, like other, what I mean by skins is other knives, guns, radios, effects and whatnot, pets, so all that. And I'm just thinking like that could be cool by, instead of doing daily challenges, would love the fact that if they do add daily challenges, but they also have these challenges that you can do going through the portal. Is this likely? I really don't think so. It could be some sort of like new game mode or something for only the Halloween event is what I'm thinking. And maybe they could bring back some of the bonus rounds for this new game mode so you can, it could be even more entertaining. Now, getting back to the bonus rounds, I've heard rumors saying that, they could be bringing back bonus rounds into MM2. Do I think it's likely? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, the fact that they took them out like years ago, even before I started playing, and the fact that they could be even adding them is like, I don't know. I think it's highly unlikely, as much as maybe your veteran MM2 players would want them back. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool if they add them like bonus rounds to MM2 and they even stay after the event. I mean, the fact that Nick has started working on the event much earlier than usual, I do think it would be very interesting if, they do add bonus rounds into MM2. I do think it would be much more, cool if they do, so you're not like, it's not the same round every single round, and every so occasionally there will be bonus rounds. What the bonus rounds will be, maybe there will be new ones, maybe there will be some of the old ones in there as well. I've never actually played any of the old ones because, again, I started playing later after they removed them. And also too, I don't even know any of the bonus rounds at all. I don't know. I don't know. But hopefully they do maybe add that. Do I think these, like, the new game mode, Portal, bonus rounds are likely? No, but it's a prediction for the possible future events, if not this one as well. All right, and now more so of an interesting prediction is knife or gun packs, like the skateboard and the Sparkle Time pack. These packs were in the game for a few years, and then they removed many years ago now. But I'm thinking maybe they could also, not like the Pacific Skateboard and Sparkle Time pack, but like maybe like a new pack, like only for Halloween, where you can collect a certain amount of candies and buy or something. I think that would be interesting to do. I don't think there will be 2 packs. I think there will only be just one, and it could be with like maybe like some knives and guns mixed in together as like sets or something. Maybe, or maybe it could be like, a knife and a gun together. So like when you, like, it could be like a set pack. So it'd be like, I don't know, for example, like a pumpkin set. So you get a knife and a gun along with it or something, And I just think that would be an interesting addition, I think. All right, now getting back to, again, that godly knife. Yes, we keep going back to this, like thinking like, oh yes, because there's going to be a godly gun in the box and it's going to be a harvester crossbow, that there has to be at least 2 knives. Oh ho ho ho. Getting back to that idea, with the godly knife again, is another thing that I think could be possible, like the Christmas event. You know how there's like that other godly knife that usually is a knife? Well, it's not always. I mean, not last year, the year before that was a gun, and then, this most recent event in 2021 was a knife. But my point is, the gift thing, where you give 100 gifts to people and then you get it. I'm thinking it could be something like that, but of course in Halloween, it's not gifts. It would be like candy bags, I'm thinking. And if they add that, I'm thinking, 100 candy bags if you give them to people. And of course, it will give you like random, guns and knives, like, just random. And you give them. It would work exactly like the gifts thing in Christmas, but just, with candy in the Halloween event. And with this gift, or with this, candy bag, I'm thinking, since, oh, I don't know, there's a gift leaderboard, there will be a candy bag leaderboard. And it will work pretty much exactly like the gifts leaderboard. So then there will be 2 leaderboards in Halloween and Christmas. I mean, it might, I don't see this happening, but I don't, like, at least this year. I could see it happening in future because, again, the Christmas wasn't always 2 leaderboards. Heck, there wasn't always a leaderboard in general, but then there was a leaderboard. And then eventually, in 2019, they added a second leaderboard. So what's to say Halloween won't have a second one? At least maybe not this year, but in the possible future. And also too, Nick has stated that he does want to add more leaderboards to his game. Just, make them not last as long, but more instead of making them last as long. So I just think possibly he could do that. So I think, that would be kind of cool. All right, and lobby. Of course, the lobby will change every year. It does every year. But what I'm thinking is, since Nick has stated that he wants to go for an award again, what I'm thinking is he's going to change the lobby, not just for the Halloween event, but if you remember many years ago with the Christmas event, there was one Christmas event that when they added the lobby in, it was much bigger and everyone was like, whoa, this is cool. When it went back to the regular lobby, it was a completely new lobby. because well, it was based off the Christmas lobby that we had, but in its regular form. Maybe that could happen something similar with the Halloween event this year. Is maybe that lobby could stay, but come out of like Halloween version and become in to the regular MM2 as a completely new lobby. Could happen. I don't see it happening, but with this next statement again, I don't know. It seems like it could be a possible thing as well. Also, too, with this Halloween lobby or just the lobby in general, I'm thinking Nick is going to add some new stuff in the lobby, to keep people entertained in there, like maybe an obby, or maybe some like things to play with, like I don't know, a ball or something that you can roll in, or maybe like some sort of little mini game or something, like in one of the buildings, and like have some of the buildings where you can walk through or something and explore, or something, like maybe like a little museum or something where you can check out like knives and dates and stuff like that when they were made or something. I don't know. It's just something like that. I think would be pretty cool. Like maybe like a museum of like, of course, like the maps and whatnot of like what existed and whatnot. It's just kind of cool thing. Don't think it would be like a museum, but that's just kind of like an example of, things that could possibly be added. Not thinking that would happen, but I'm more so thinking the lobby will have an obby in there, and I'm just hoping it does, just because like, oh, I don't know, maybe this obby will have a prize at the end of it. So I don't know, it's just kind of more so hoping, but I do think it's possible. That's why I'm putting it on here. So yeah, that is my predictions. You could disagree, you can agree with them, but it's all predictions. So, it's not like it's 100% going to come true. That's the whole point of this video. And hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, I guess. And if you have your own predictions that I didn't, talk about at all in this video, you can comment that down below. Or if you disagree with some of the predictions, you can also comment that down below. We will only find out truly what will be in the event when the event comes out. So when it does, let's see how right I am and how wrong I am. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this video, guys. See ya.